All right, welcome to the Podium. This is a weekly sports show where we'll be deciding what are the biggest stories of the week, sports-wise, and we'll decide which ones are going to be on the podium, first, second, and third. We got your host, Niles Abston.
What's up?
We got Russell Dorsey, all the way.
What's going on?
Where are you at right now?
Just outside Chicago.
Chicago, damn.
Chicago, Chi-Town. Okay, I see.
Okay, cool. Yeah, damn, that's crazy. And then Eric Abbenante, the white guy. All right, but first, I think we should get to know each other.
Yeah. I'm Niles Abston, straight out of Mississippi. I'm out here in LA. I'm a comedian. Man, Eric said he wanted to do a sports show, so I knew exactly who to call. The homie Russell Dorsey's in Chicago right now. We were roommates back at Oral Roberts before I dropped out and ruined my life to become a comedian. Russ was you were like a beat reporter for the baseball team, right?
Yeah, reporter for baseball, started out doing that, and then started getting into everything else, basketball. Then became the sports editor, and did a couple things here around the city of Chicago. Been doing sports reporting since months for the long haul.
Okay. Yeah, sports editor, all that. Yeah, me and Russ used to argue about sports like all the time. So it's like having our own sports show in the dorm. So like
from when we woke up with that.
That's all we talked about. So now we're about to do it on YouTube for you guys, and then me and Eric talk sports all the time too. So this is like breathing. So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited about the show, man.
Yeah, that's cool. You guys knew each other. I grew up in Utah. I was always like the last person picked. You know, pretty much.
I can't relate.
But
I can't relate.
I did pretty well. I was like the last person picked, but I would do surprisingly well. But I'm actually athletic, but no one looks at a 5'3" Jew and is like, I want that guy on my team.
No.
First pick.
No.
A sneak that.
Right. What the racist reporters say? He has deceptive speed.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
He runs like a 4.79 40.
Yeah, I'm like Jordy Nelson. No one looks at me and goes, "Wow, that guy's quick."
Right.
But then all of a sudden he's past you, and you're like, "Damn it!"
Jordy's one of the best over-the-top threats in the NFL to me when he's healthy. Which is crazy, but yeah, I remember you were saying how like the black guys just wouldn't cover him.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, you getting burnt by this white guy. Jordy's a bad dude.
The new guy is Chris Hogan for the Patriots.
Chris Hogan is a beast.
That's the new white guy where people don't realize he's quick, and then all of a sudden he's right by you.
Yeah, Chris Hogan is a beast, man.
So I think today we should, now that we got to know each other a little bit, let's get into the topics. This has been a crazy week. First of all, the Colin Kaepernick saga. You think it's gonna end, and then Donald Trump really stirs everything up. What did he say exactly? He's called them sons of bitches.
Yeah, he told the owners they should get those sons of bitches off the field and fire them. Right? That's what he said.
Yeah, that to me that's and it was really, I don't think he realized, just like most things, he tried to get them to shut up, and now it's all we can talk about.
And it made it worse.
But Russell, what do you overall, just like from the soup to nuts of like the whole Colin Kaepernick thing? What's your opinion on like how this started and where we are now?
It started. A lot of people forget when Colin Kaepernick first made his protest. He was sitting down.
Right, sitting down.
And talked to a Navy SEAL.
Yep.
And the Navy SEAL said, "We like him. That would be cool."
Yeah. Yep.
And Colin was like, "All right, bet."
Right. And still got backlash.
People don't care about that, and they want to talk about what they want to talk about.
Right.
So bringing it to right now, the players have been dealing a lot who are in support of Colin, but this weekend was in support of each other.
Right.
Ended up for being called SOBs by the
Exactly.
A lot of people are not kneeling and talking about this whole "we need to be united" thing.
Yeah.
And it definitely jumped the start. And people aren't really realizing about. People are talking about the flag, it's an anthem. It's not about any of that.
Right.
You're not getting any play. I hate America anthem. I hate all these things. They're not. People wanted to make it about that.
Right. I'm just kind of over the whole thing because you got this dude who literally lost his job, something he was so passionate about. He lost his job for the greater good. You know, he started this protest last year, a whole 365 days ago, and now you have all these people that now all of a sudden want to jump on the bandwagon, and they're like co-opting his protest for it to mean something else. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like his protest got gentrified in a way, like watered down. Because you got Jerry Jones taking a knee before the anthem and then standing up, then getting the team to stand up like during it, and it just kind of takes it kind of took the power away from what it was really about at the end of the day. Because like you see what Aaron Rodgers was saying, like, oh, I want the fans to link arms with unity. What does linking arms do? Like
linking arms doesn't do
nothing. What is linking? Like it's literally. I was telling Eric earlier. Linking arms is like the hand job of protesting. Like it's just like it gets nothing done and it's not pleasurable. Like I'm just like dog. Like literally, it's like I was saying. It's literally gentrification. You have a lot of white players and white people getting into it now, but it's like they've literally taken Colin Kaepernick's protest and made it mean something else because they don't want to talk about what it's really about. And at the end of the day, it was about police brutality, inequality, and oppression. It wasn't about unity, it wasn't about love, it wasn't about equality and linking arms. That was never what it was about. When he did it and then Eric Reed joined him, it was about police brutality at the beginning of the thing, and he talked about all these different things. So I'm just kind of through with it. They literally just ruined the protest thing. I was telling Eric also, like, any NFL player that started taking a knee after week 1 of this season, I don't respect it. I just feel like you just jumped on a wave. Where were you last year? Unless you're a rookie, where were you last year? That's how I see it. I don't respect it. So I just think you're just riding a wave, riding influence.
And Russell, do you see Colin Kaepernick's view over time like changing? Do you think his perception will kind of be altered like we did with Jack Johnson or Jackie Robinson or Muhammad Ali or Jim Brown, where in the current decade where they were doing their thing, they were kind of vilified, but as the decades rolled past, we kind of whitewash over like what we kind of put them through? Do you think it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if we look at history 20 and 30, 40 years from now, people will understand the Colin Kaepernick on not only sport, but this period in America. Because if you look at the civil rights movement, I'm assuming that for a lot of people that what is wrong with you guys? We've let you guys own baseball league over there. We let go walk around. We have you look bathroom. Let have all these things. Why are you complaining?
Mm-hmm.
But what a lot of people don't realize, it wasn't a complaint. It was wanting to be in a better position than we were.
Right.
When you're at the bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. And have we made a lot of strides last years? Yes. But are we where we want to be as a person of color? I can tell you, hell no, we're not where we.
No, not even close.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Niles can walk down the street, and somebody just feels threatened by us, and then our lives are that.
Yeah.
Now, me and Niles are really not.
I'm not
but
that
in the
nice.
eyes of somebody thinking we're threatened, we're not.
Yeah, I'm not that nice.
And it's 2007. Nothing's changed about that since 1965.
Which is crazy. And that's why I love, like, you saw the video, Nick Wright talking about it, right?
Yeah.
I love how he said, it's almost like this thing, he laid it out perfectly. I never thought about this. He was saying, like, okay, is it really about the American flag and the anthem? Because what if Colin Kaepernick had taken a knee, and this is what he said, what if he had said, okay, the reason I'm taking a knee is because I don't feel like this flag represents what it represents because we don't take care of our veterans. We don't give them the proper therapy when they're back. They don't have the proper benefits when they're back. There's so many homeless veterans, and there's so many problems with veterans when they come back. We're not taking care of them. So if he had done that, a lot of conservative American everybody would have been like, oh, okay, that's great. So and that's the thing. It's not about him kneeling during the anthem. It's about, damn, like, why are black people still complaining? That's really what it is at the end of the day. It's what he's protesting about. Because a lot of white America, I don't think is racist, but it's gotten to the point where it's kind of like, okay, we let you guys do this, we let you guys do that. What's the problem now? Like, why do you still need this and why do you still need that? Because look at the way they talk about these athletes. Like, they get to make all these millions of dollars, and they try to paint this whole like ungrateful like black athlete narrative. Like they're just these like millionaire divas that don't care. Like, no, them dudes earned that. And so it's like America sees like athletes as like, we gave this to them. Like, and it's crazy.
And that brings me to what the other thing Trump said. He said that the NFL owners are afraid of their players.
No, that's not even close.
Yeah, and it's like, first of all, they're gigantic. I'd be afraid of them. You know, but it's like, what do you think, Russell? What do you think about Trump when he said that the NFL owners are afraid of their players? What was your first reaction when you heard that?
Well, my first reaction was, you need to watch who you're offending. Some of those owners are the same people that gave you billions of dollars.
Exactly.
Second of all, I think owners have been very disingenuous this last couple of weeks.
Right.
Because those owners are taking a knee and saying they're not, but Colin Kaepernick still out of his job.
Still don't have a job. Still unemployed.
Very good point.
So I don't buy. He is an owner, but anybody who gave Trump, I really buy your unity message.
Right.
Because Kaepernick's message of just wanting better for people of color is being unheard.
Exactly. And I'm just like, $1 million is a lot of money. You got to have a lot of faith and trust in somebody to get him $1 million. I don't care how much money you have. That's not just giving somebody $5 for a loan. These 7 owners gave Trump $1 million, which means they really believe in what he was trying to do. And my thing is, Trump has said crazy things and just terrible things about all these different groups of people. You don't care until he calls your players sons of bitches. That shows me what you're about right there.
Veterans, black people, Hispanic people, disabled people.
He made fun of him on stage. The dude in the wheelchair. He called John McCain a loser.
This hand motion thing.
Dude called John McCain a loser for being a prisoner of war.
Yeah.
John McCain is an American war hero. I don't really agree with his politics. He voted no against having a Martin Luther King Day whenever the vote was around, so I don't really agree with his politics. But at the end of the day, John McCain is an American war hero, and I will say that. And this dude called him a loser for being a prisoner of war. So he said all that.
After dodging the draft.
Right, after dodging the draft.
All those times.
And now you only care when he calls your players SOBs. I'm through with it, man. It's so fake. It's so fake, and the NFL is just trying to save face.
And speaking of the being fake, like Jerry Jones, it almost looked like when he was linking arms with the Cowboys, like it was a photo op. Like you said, he smiled.
Yeah, you see the meme?
He
He was like smiling at the camera, and the meme was like, "Y'all niggas happy now?" Like I was like, I died laughing because that's literally what the look he was giving. Like, all right, y'all got it, good. Like, it's like a photo op, man.
It was a little too choreographed.
It was such a spectacle, man. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, and then you had Shad Khan with the Jaguars in London. He did something similar.
Super Mario mustache.
Yeah, he looks like Ron Jeremy in Super Mario if they bang, you know. But it was really interesting to see Shad Khan with them, and then Ray Lewis on the opposite sideline, right? So you have Ray Lewis on the opposite sideline, and Russell, do you think that you see on one side of the sideline, you see the Jaguars and their owners with them, and then you have Ray Lewis, who's kind of, I mean, we know the reputation he's got, and then do you think the score was reflective of maybe like the support and like the wanting to fight for your owner kind of a thing? Because the Ravens got their clocks cleaned by the Jaguars, and it was a weird game, and we're looking for an explanation. Do you think that had something to do with it?
No, actually. Because the national anthem is 90 seconds before a 2-hour and 30-minute game.
Okay.
I just think the Jaguars got it from Blake Bortles all of a sudden, and then they look amazing. But no, I don't think it would win one for the owner type of thing. If that makes him feel better, like one of those win one for me type of thing, I mean, that's cool, but no, I don't think that had to do with the outcome of that game.
I just want to talk about Ray Lewis for a second. Him talking all that noise about how he would never take a knee for the anthem, he'd never do this and that. and then he fly to London and he on 2 knees like a black grandma at a funeral. And it's like he looked ridiculous. I saw on Twitter the other day, Black Twitter was calling him an opportunist. Not an opportunist, an opportunist. That's exactly what he is. He goes wherever the ratings are, man. And then when they interviewed him, he was like, I kneel down on 2 knees just to get God's presence. I'm like, bro, shut up, dog. Like, now he was on 2 knees because he was praying. Like, bro, just stop. Like, he's so ridiculous, man. I really want his head to get checked. Because some of the things he says, it just seems like he's not all there. Like, I don't understand it, bro. And honestly, I think I want Ray to like blink twice because I think they know where that white jacket where it really is, and he has to do whatever they say so we don't find out he actually did something. But I'm so disappointed in a lot of these NFL athletes, man. I kind of lost respect for a lot of them as men.
Well, speaking of NFL, people disappointing you, Aaron Hernandez. He was found to have, in an autopsy, the most CTE they've ever found in a 27-year-old. Yeah. I believe, and so I believe like there's 4 levels to it, and CTE is chronic traumatic encephalopathy, I think, something like that. And so it's there's 4 levels to it, and at 27 years old, he was at level 3 already, and there are some people like Aaron Hernandez's lawyers who are now using this to say that maybe his decision making was affected because of CTE. Russell, what do you think there's going to be implications for these findings down the road, or do you think they're just grasping at straws?
This is the hardest part. I can't look at I result out like everybody else, and it's very shocking that a 27-year-old had that much brain damage. At the same time, he's been playing football since in Pop Warner. Mm-hmm. So if you've been taking hits like that for years, I'm not proud that he has that. To me, I don't think it's ever do. However, I don't think I know a lot of people are trying to be out to be the NFL's fault. Like somehow the NFL stops people from getting paid there. Mm-hmm. To me, in my opinion, I think that everybody who goes out to football school knows the risk.
Yeah.
Okay, so Niles, you knew when you were going out there every Friday night.
Right.
So to me, I think players know what they're doing. Parents know what they're doing with their kids out there.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe we need to have a more honest discussion, and it needs to be more frank and upfront when you sign up for football. Like, look, down the road, you might have some issues.
Yeah.
Look, down the road, you might not be able to remember the first half of your life.
Right.
Or there might not even be a down. Might die.
Might not be a down the road, right? Like you said.
You have to be serious about it.
Because some of the comedians we were talking, some of us that actually like play football were talking about it last night. Like, I definitely think I have some kind of like CTE. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, I feel like, because I've been playing tackle football since I was 7, and I was always the smallest kid until like high school. I was taking a lot of shots, and so I was just like, I don't think CTE had anything to do with Aaron Hernandez. I know a lot of dudes that do things like Aaron Hernandez. They don't have no CTE. So, Aaron Hernandez was gonna be banging regardless. Like, let's be real. Dude was taking selfies with guns and stuff. And
sometimes you just the best.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's crazy that because we've never seen a brain scan with that much CTE from somebody that's 27. Because the guys in his generation of NFL are still playing. They're not gonna die for another like few decades. So it's like we get to see what's going on right now in a lot of guys' heads. Like, think about all these running backs in the NFL right now. Theirs is probably worse than Aaron Hernandez's. Because I mean, think of the shots linemen and running backs take.
Well, but
every Sunday.
But you could actually look at how Aaron Hernandez was used in the days of Urban Meyer at Florida and then at the Patriots.
He's definitely
They used it. He was like one of the first tight ends I ever saw do an end around. Like he got carries. I mean, he might have taken as much punishment as anyone I've ever seen since like Ed McCaffrey from like those Broncos, where you just get hit over and over and over again. And so I actually think you can make a case he might have taken worse shots than like a running back because he's going over the middle. He's more defenseless.
Yeah.
And if you think of how he was utilized since college, really, I mean, he always used him like that. And Russell makes a good point. Like, where do you go back? Do you go back to the Pop Warner days? Do you sue Urban Meyer? Do you sue Bill Belichick? Like, there's really no end to it.
I don't know where Aaron Hernandez is actually from. Is he from like Florida?
He's from right around, like right outside of where the studios are.
Where, like in Orlando?
In Connecticut.
Oh, okay. So I was about to say, if he's actually from Florida, like down south, well, the way I grew up, when you play football, they don't believe in concussions where I'm from. Like that's not a concussion. You got your quote unquote bell rung, and you just need to suck it up. Like they call you the P word. Like that, we don't. Back like where I'm from, they don't do concussions.
I don't even think it's a regional thing. I just think it's just a time thing. I think even 10 years ago, I don't think they were really even talking about concussions. And now everyone are. And I think it reflects how rapid the change has been.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like Russell, how often was this the discussion of concussions when you played?
Didn't play football.
I actually didn't play football because my parents knew a long time ago what hits could do, and it wasn't popular back then. I was just a kid that didn't play football. Now, I got to play a lot of other different sports, baseball, basketball, soccer, everything, but do I regret not playing football? No. That's the decision my parents ever made. I get paid to talk about football.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm going to a football night to cover high school activities.
Yeah.
But when I'm watching ice cream and I see a 5'0" receiver go over the middle and get popped, I don't think about getting future while I'm writing about that shit.
Yeah.
I do.
That's crazy.
I mean, so I guess let's all three of us. Would you let your kid play football?
No shot.
I don't know, cause like for me, I'm from down south. I'm from Mississippi. Football is as much a culture as church and like fried food. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like everybody. Like I have friends that play SEC football right now that see these things. They don't care. They don't care. That was the passion. That's what you grew up doing. So I won't say like I wouldn't let my kid play football, but I wouldn't make my kid play football. Like if he wanted to play, I'd let him. I mean, it's just like it's football, you know.
Yeah.
So I do get the whole thing. There's even NFL players saying like they wouldn't let their kids play football. So I don't know. I don't have kids and I don't really plan on having them. So I don't know. Hopefully I just have like girls or something, so I don't have to make that decision.
But let's say we had a show where we made you have to make that decision. What would you do?
I let my kids play football.
Yeah, and honestly, for me, as a 5'3" Jew, I know my kids are gonna have the body to play football, but I'm gonna prevent them anyways. You know, I know they're gonna be amazing, but I'm gonna stop them. But
to me, I could look up in the mirror and know that my kids are taking shots every day, every Friday, every Monday and Tuesday after school.
Yeah.
And not just concussions, tearing their bodies up.
Yeah.
For a sport that they might never go pro in.
Probably not gonna go pro in.
Exactly.
I was reading.
There's not that many guys that.
Yeah, it's like 1%. Like I was reading where it's like a better chance of lightning striking twice out of high school than two players from the same high school going to the NFL. So it's like your kid's not going to the NFL. Like even if they're super talented, they're not going to. Because even like it shows, like if you look at the NFL, even like the kids that are super talented usually don't go. It's always the late bloomers, those guys that are playing at junior college or D3 and just worked out and got a tryout. Those end up being like the superstars in the NFL. So Your kid's not going to the NFL, even if you want them to.
Also, I'd rather have my kids play baseball or basketball. There's way more money there.
That is also true.
And your body goes through less damage.
That is also true. My kids are definitely playing baseball. We about to secure the bag.
You mean basketball?
No, baseball.
Baseball?
Yes.
No, baseball.
You don't have to be tall in baseball. You don't have to be big in baseball. You have to be good.
But do you see the contracts they're handing out in the NBA right now?
You see the contracts they've been handing out in baseball forever?
Yeah.
Bryce Harper and Nick Machado are about to make $500 million.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And it's guaranteed.
And that doesn't
Guaranteed
endorse
money.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. But I guess we've wrapped up the NFL talk for now. I mean, there's a lot more to get to, but there's a lot of stuff to get to in the NBA.
Hoodie Mello!
I mean, yeah, there's mellow stuff, but I think first, even before that, we have to talk about some more Trump stuff. He's back. He is back. Stephen Curry.
Yeah.
And basically,
I didn't know Steph had it in him. I thought he was too light skinned. I didn't know he'd come at Trump like that.
Yeah, and he basically shunned Trump and didn't go to the White House,
Yeah,
and then Trump basically getting a little sweaty and nervous from someone hesitating on his offer, like rescinded the offer,
Right.
And then maybe his most likable moment of his career, LeBron James tweeted back at Trump.
That was cool.
And
you bum.
I think that was probably his most universally liked moment of his career, actually.
Right.
I think everyone was pretty stoked to see that. But what do you think, Russell, of the whole fiasco with Trump and the tweets in the basketball arena?
I think after all of this has been able to accomplish with his Twitter account and all the missteps that he had to come at the arguably one of the most popular NBA players in the last 10 years is Steph Curry, who is not gonna come at any type of way type guy, and to make him seem like a bad guy when he just said, I'm just not so. And then to have come back at him, I don't think the president really knew the power that Steph Curry.
Yeah. Steph Curry is a wide base, man. Like, of all just kind of different fans on, and that's the thing. Like, Steph Curry is such a big fan base across like all political spectrums because he's like a Christian and everything.
Yeah.
He has Bible verses on his shirts. So I bet for a lot of his fans, that was probably like a weird moment because I guarantee there are a lot of Trump supporters that love Steph Curry. If you go to my hometown, that's like a lot of people's favorite basketball player in the Bible Belt is Steph Curry. So I bet that was weird for him to call out their presidential candidate. It was probably real conflicting. So. I feel like we already know where LeBron stands politically. Like, I mean, he had a whole Hillary Clinton event, so we know he doesn't. But Steph Curry wasn't really vocal at all during the election cycle or anything like that. I mean, I think the first time he ever said something about Trump was when the Under Armour CEO donated money, like after he won or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think Steph said something then, but wasn't really like it.
Do you see a transition, Russell? Because famously, Michael Jordan once said, "Republicans buy sneakers too." And so, do you think there's going to be a change to more of like the Jim Brown type of athlete, or maybe Arthur Ashe, where like the activism is kind of built into the cake of whatever else is in there?
To me, that's why a lot closer to being the greatest basketball player of all time.
Yeah.
Than people like to give him credit. Because if you look at the entire spectrum, both on and off the court, there's not a better athlete to represent the game of basketball than LeBron.
He's sending 1,000 kids to college.
That's been very impressive.
Jordan would never do something. I guarantee you. Jordan could send the whole state of North Carolina to college and he wouldn't do it. I guarantee you. He's just not that guy. I wouldn't call him a jerk or I wouldn't call him an a-hole, but that's just not him. He just doesn't care.
I mean, to be fair, I think he would send 1,000 kids to go to college if they learned to be like card counters at like one of those casinos. You know, he would because he.
Mike like it.
Yeah, he loves his gambling. You know,
I really want. That's like one of my things. I want to get rich so I can gamble with Michael Jordan. I hear it's crazy. Like I hear he's the man when it comes to gambling.
But he'll talk shit on you. He'll somehow find someone he'll pay someone to like find out all the dirt on you. And he'll be like, remember that girl in 4th grade?
No.
You know, and he'll find he is competitive.
Michael Jordan should do roast battle. But I think Russ has got to wrap it up. So let's let's get to the podium.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do the.
Who's on our like negative podium?
No, let's start with the negative podium. Is it gonna be Ray Lewis with the 2 knees? He doesn't.
Ray Lewis on the black grandma 2 knees. I gotta.
But then there's Trump stuff too.
I gotta put Ray Lewis first, man.
Wow, Ray Lewis.
Ray, we're gonna get you
Ray beat Trump.
We're gonna get you one of them prayer shawls from TBN that you gotta pay $10 for. We're gonna get you one of those, Ray. Since you wanna do all this praying on TV. We're gonna get you Ray.
What are we calling the Podium of Shame?
The Podium of Shame. That's what I like.
Okay,
that.
Podium of Shame.
I'm down.
Okay.
I think Ray is first. I gotta put Ray number 1. What do you guys think?
I was gonna go Trump. What were you gonna go with, Russell?
I was gonna go with people who have to protest, and by that I mean people who think the protest about the flag.
Oh, so like a meta kind of thing of like all the people who had a negative reaction to the Colin Kaepernick, they're on the podium?
No, just the people who, well, yes. It's put it as the people who think
But Russell
and black are the cause of the protest.
Russell, how are we going to fit that many white people on a podium? How are we going to do that? I don't think we have a podium big enough in the world to fit all that white people on it.
You put enough pumpkin spice latte. Is that racist?
Well,
sorry, sponsors.
Listen, there's a lot more. It's not just white people on that.
It's a lot of black folk.
There's black people.
It's a lot of black folk, bro. And what do they say, Russ? Not all skin folk is kinfolk. Is that what they know?
Oh wow.
That's why I word.
So the top 3 is Trump, Ray Lewis, and people who are against the anthem protest.
Okay, but really quickly, who let's get in the medals really quick. So who's getting bronze? This is a tough one. This is probably
because they all suck.
Yeah, they all suck really bad.
Here,
I don't think Trump should ever win anything, so let's just give him a bronze.
Right, Trump won enough. He won the presidency.
Yeah, so let's give him a bronze. Okay, and now it's in between the other two.
Ray Lewis versus the people that don't care if black people die.
Ray Lewis, I think the silver.
What do you think, Niles?
I just gotta give Ray the gold.
Realizing
He put on an Oscar-winning performance on those 2 knees, doing all that crying and praying. He earned it, man. I just feel like he really.
You know what? I agree with Niles because he went down on 2 knees. How hard is it? How hard is it to go down on 1 knee? Like, that's such an image.
He went out, and then the Ravens got crushed.
Yeah, that's true. And they got destroyed.
Think of having to sit by Ray Lewis all the way back from the UK. That was probably terrible. I feel like I couldn't sit through one conversation with that guy.
I would love to see him pump up the Queen though with one of his speeches, but okay. So
Ray Lewis gets.
I think Ray Lewis gets the gold. I think
Ray Lewis gets the gold, and everybody from my hometown gets the silver.
Okay.
Shout out to Mississippi.
All the people in Brandon.
You know my hometown, Brandon, Mississippi. All of them. Confederate flag on the back of the truck.
And Ray Lewis retires with another big victory.
Right, Ray Lewis.
It does make sense. Okay, but now we need the positive podium. What are we gonna call this one really quick though? We need something better.
Winner's Circle.
The Winners Circle. Okay. The Winners Circle. All right. Our 3.
Let Russ go first.
Yeah. What's your nominee, Russ?
All right. For third, I had LeBron James.
Okay.
Because I think what he did in, vocalize the perspective, but I don't want to limit to the outside, the NBA as a whole, because I think the great pop.
Yeah.
The narrative has been excellent.
Yeah. The NBA has
Steph Curry's response to it has been really good.
Adam Silver.
So they'll be my number. Nick Wright
Okay.
was Nick Wright and Shane. And for once, Fox Sports 1 is gonna be in my winner circle.
Okay.
I've been very critical.
Shannon be doing his thing. He be throwing them sermons out.
But Shannon Sharp and Wright killed the game this week.
Okay. So Shannon.
And my number 1 is Jamel Hill.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Because Jamel Hill was not intimidated by what people were saying about her on Twitter. She told the truth.
Yeah.
People didn't like it.
Yeah.
And she went about her business.
Yeah. Okay. So Russ is on his Issa Rae rooting for everybody black. Okay. I have to go with Bruce Maxwell, man. MLB rookie, first MLB player to kneel down for the anthem. I thought that was just big. And his father is a military veteran.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can't pull that, he don't respect the military. He was raised on a military base. That's where he learned to play baseball. And he was, he knelt down. He was the first one in the major leagues to do it. He's a rookie. So he wasn't like this veteran that already built up a big rapport. He would definitely be on my winner circle, and probably one other person. I'd definitely say Sam Presti, GM of the Oklahoma City Thunder. He did his thing. Everybody. Now we don't know if Russ is gonna leave because you added Paul. The Thunder were a top 5 defensive team last year. You don't lose any of the people they lost were Doug McDermott and Enes Kanter. The 2 guys they didn't put on the court because they couldn't guard anybody. And then you take the top 5 defense, the MVP of the league last year, and you put Paul George and Carmelo Anthony on the wings. Sam Presti did his thing.
Sam Presti's an excellent choice.
If OKC and Golden State in a 7-game series, I don't know. I really don't. I feel because OKC was such a good defensive team, and now you're adding 225 a game scoring threats when they want to. Who knows what can happen? So I say Sam Presti's in my winner circle and Bruce Maxwell.
Those are both great picks. Sam Presti had an amazing week. We'll discuss the OKC trade more next week.
Yeah.
For me, I have 2 choices. The honorable mention, Aaron Judge hit 50 home runs, and he passed your dad's former teammate, Mark McGwire.
All right.
And that's a record. That's a big record. Really quickly, talk about your dad. Really quickly.
Yeah, my dad played ball with Big Mac and Big Mac's brother back in high school at Damien Catholic out here in California, about an hour outside of LA. I think they won state 3 years in a row. Wow. Yeah, they were balling. My dad said they were a really good team. But yeah, Mark McGwire's rookie year in the league was ridiculous. He was with Oakland then, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The Bash Bros.
He was part of Bash Bros. But yeah, Aaron Judge is a beast, man. Like he could be like a defensive lineman or a power forward. Like that dude is huge if you ever see him up close. But yeah, he's a force to be reckoned with. 50 home runs in rookie year.
He could just use his chin as a bat.
Literally,
it's so pointy and long.
He looks like the Crimson Chin off Fairly Odd.
That's funny. Yeah, and then I was gonna mention SI because they had such a good week with that amazing
Sports
cover.
Illustrated, you cancel. Get out, y'all do a freaking cover on sports being united and all this kind of stuff. You gonna throw Roger Goodell on the front?
Roger Goodell instead of Colin Kaepernick.
I'm a big Steph Curry fan. Because Steph Curry even tweeted out, like, SI, you're a joke. Like, really? You're going to leave out the dude that started the protest? We'll talk about it more next week.
But
I really feel like Greg Popovich with
Greg Popovich.
I thought he there were a lot of white people embarrassing us, kind of getting in the conversation, dipping their toes in like Aaron
trying
Rodgers.
To change the narrative.
Yeah, I thought he was the one who actually had a very honest, uncomfortable conversation.
Yeah. Him and Nick Wright probably had the best.
He said I think the phrase was like "race is the elephant in the room," and I thought at least he addressed it, and a lot of people had like annoying conversations with it. I thought he was one. Cool. He was one of the people. He'd be my vote for today.
Cool.
So we had Sam Presti with you, Aaron. We had Greg Popovich with me, and then
Jamel Hill with him.
Jamel Hill, yeah. So
I think that's a really good 3.
Yeah.
Sam Presti would probably be 3rd. I put Sam Presti 3rd. Probably
Popovich Silver.
Probably Popovich Silver. I give Jamel Hill 1st. Just
Jamel. Yeah, that was a great choice, Russell. Yeah,
Jamel is awesome. I love her.
Yeah, I think she got the gold. All right,
cool. So gold medal In the Winners Circle, Jamel Hill this week, gold medal. In the Podium of Shame, the opportunist himself, Ray Lewis, man. Big 52. Love you, bro. Love you so much.
All right, well, before we go, Russ, what are you going to go cover really quick?
I'm going to cover Stevenson High School in Libertyville, like an hour and a half away. If I need to go get this gas, get this small check, then I'm about.
All right, well, is there anywhere we can find you anywhere our viewers can find you before we go?
Yeah, my Twitter @Russ_Dork1, on Facebook Russell Dorsey, and on Instagram Russ_Dork.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
And Niles Abston, Eric Abbenante. We will be here every Thursday talking about sports. We'll wrap up the sports week for you. It has been a pleasure. We'll see you next week on the podium. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Russ.